Uh-uh. Hey. Hey, wait. Wait. Come. Good morning. 1 million in the building. Tobis, hey. The boy wants to drag me today. Like every day. Hey, no. Toby dog. This is my Toby dog. Hey, Foams. What's going on this morning? How are you? Are we losing daylight already? I didn't even check the temperature this morning. It's warm. It's warm, and I don't think there's any dew down here. I didn't feel it. I fell asleep last night. Well, first of all, I turned the sprinkler on yesterday around 10 o'clock, and I let it run for a couple hours, and then I moved it over. Next thing I know, it's morning. We're just stepping out for their dog walk, and the sprinkler's still on. Oh my goodness. Somebody turned it. I think somebody turned down. Either somebody turned it down or somebody turned it on. I don't remember going out there and turning it off, though. I'm going to have a heck of a water bill next month, right? I don't remember turning it off. When I sat there and worked all day. I went out in the garden, but I never went out in the yard. And I never looked out the window. And I couldn't hear normally you can hear when water's run through the pipes. You'll hear when the outside water's running, you can hear it inside. But I didn't hear nothing. I must have had it turned down so low. Oh my goodness. You could see where it was running down the lawn, across the sidewalk, into the gutter, and down into the sewer. What a dummy. 85 feels like 90 there. Hey, not Jethro Tull, what's going on? Yeah, it seems later. There was fog earlier. I didn't see the fog. We're just now getting out. Bear scales. Oh my God, what a cute dog. This Toby dog. Toby dog. Yeah, I left that on all night. Oh my goodness. Well, the lawn's going to be super saturated. Hopefully I didn't overwater my newest apple tree, right? Because it was getting wet. Oh my goodness, what a cute dog. 28 million in the building and only 3 thumbs. Hold on, Toby. We sure appreciate the 3 thumbs ups that we got. Really? Wow. Vicious dogs. Come on, Toby. Don't. Come on. Come on. Come on. When dogs bark at Toby, he likes to pee in their yard, and he likes to pee on the tree that upwind from him. When they say border collies are smart, they're not kidding. Toby's got a trick where when the dogs come and run along the fence at him or yell at him like that, he'll pee on their tree. He knows they can't get to him, so he'll stop and strategically he'll go to the upwind side and pee on their tree or something, pee on their fence post. So they got to smell them all day and all night for the next couple days. Isn't that cruel? Come here, Toby. Come here to me. Can you walk with me today? I doubt it, but he walks heel. He's in the heel position all morning because he's ready to go. So as I'm getting my socks and shoes on and everything, if I'm sitting on the bed, Toby's right there sitting on the bed next to me in the heel position. If I stand up, he jumps down on the ground heel. When I walk through the house, it's all heel, heel, heel. Hey, but the minute we come down the stairs, hey, leave it. The minute we come down the stairs, it's a different story. Oh, here we are again with this jackass parked in the sidewalk. I tell you what, today we're going to turn the corner. Today's the day I probably would have gave that motorcycle a push. So instead, we'll turn the corner. That's 3 days in a row I've come down my street and that motorcycle's on the sidewalk. Somebody needs to push it over. Come on. What do you think, fam? Should we go back and push it over? We're going to go back and push it over. I'm thinking about it. Hey, Krisna Creations. Hey, Krisna Creations. You need a tire valve stem puller. No, then you got to stay there too long. You're in the camera view too long. You know, like everybody's got cameras up. You can't stop that long. You just got to you got to stumble next to it and bump into it while you're walking past. And then you're trying to catch yourself. And then it falls over. And then you're like, oh, you just kind of raise your shoulders up all sheepishly like, wow, what did I do? Right? They think they're so cool. That's what I say. Go push it. Oh, only 3 twists? Only 3 twists. No, years ago, I would leave the poopy bag on when the cars or bikes were parked across the sidewalk. I would set the poopy bag on their seat or on the hood of the car. But I stopped doing that because one day I realized I'm probably the only one walking the dog that time of the day carrying these blue poop bags. Good way to get caught. 3 twists. Don't overfeed the dog, says who cares? Who cares? Who cares? 264. That's all fur. That is literally all fur. If you were here, I'd stack them up and you could go over them and you wouldn't feel any fat. There's no fat on that dog. He's all fur and bones. All fur and bones. If I was to walk up anywhere alongside him and poke my finger straight in through the fur to touch his ribs or his belly or whatever, my hand would be covered in fur. It would bury in fur. He's so furry. He's usually the hairiest boy at the party. Now we got a, what breed is Toby? Toby's a border collie. Breed standard is for male adult border collies is 18 to 22 inches. And I think it said 45, but I know the upper end's 55 pounds. And excuse me a second, fam. I gotta pick up poop. The upper end is 55 pounds, and that's exactly how much Toby weighs. I try to keep him a little bit under, like 54, 53. So when we get closer to the dog show time, I'll weigh him, and I'll adjust his food a couple, 2-3 weeks out. So that'll be like next week. I'll have to weigh him to make sure. But I'm sure he's about 56 right now. He might even be as high as 57, but I doubt it. I doubt it, because I pay attention to what I feed him. Right now he's eating whole food, not strictly kibble. I posted, if you go to my community page, there's a picture of a typical meal. A picture of a bowl with his typical meal in it. You'll see what he's eating. Last night, oh yeah, there was kibble last night. I've cut his kibble by like 2/3 to 3/4. And I'm putting in chicken, eggs, green beans, carrots, cottage cheese, sweet potatoes, all the good stuff dogs love, right? Tuna fish. What else you get, buddy? He doesn't get any table scraps, so nothing with spices or salt on it. Hey, Anastasia. Hey, little butterfly, what's going on? Bear Scale says, oh, I love border collies. Lassie in a mink coat. What breed is Toby? I'm guessing that's his name. My dog Lily's breed is a Bichon Havanese. A Bichon Havanese. That's a mix. I'm trying to think. Havanese. Isn't a Havanese a real skinny? Oh, Toby sees a rabbit. Leave it. Leave it. Oh, the bridge. We already crossed the railroad tracks. And there's a train coming. We're going to miss that train. But you can hear it. Lassie in the mink coat. What's new, Anastasia? Whoopsie. Smells like the wake and bake. It smells like the wake and bake going on somewhere right around here. This morning you could smell like real skunk smell even in the house. Whatever sprayed pretty close. That sounds like a good meal for him. Border collies are just fluff. If you shave all that Toby's fur, he'd probably be, he got a shave down last year and he looked like a whole different dog. He looked like the whole different dog. He got a shave down last year, but it wasn't a clipper shave down. It was a scissor, how would you say it? Those thinning shears. It was a thinning shears shave down. So it looked so natural. There wasn't a single scissor mark on him anywhere on his body. There was nowhere on his body you could say that he was cut with scissors. She did such a marvelous job, and when he had to have it done, I was entered in a dog show, and when it happened, I pulled him, but I kept the groom appointment, and then when she was finished with him, she had to fix a hole in his hair. When she was done with him, he looked so natural. I could have showed him. I pulled my entry for no reason, not for no reason. I didn't know she could fix them that well. She didn't know she could fix them that well. Because I took them to her. She says, nah, you better pull them. So I pulled him, but she fixed him up. He looked so natural. The next time, at the very next dog show, the lady I call the godmother of border collies here, she walked up to him and looked at him all funny and walked around him and said, that's Toby. I said, yep. And she said, I like that look on him. He looked like half the dog. He looked like half the dog you see there. And you know, that funny, that's what the judges like. Come on. They like the little tiny. They tend to gravitate, in my area anyway, they tend to gravitate toward the little tiny border collie. And that's usually what wins, is some little waif girl border collie. She'll win the best of breed, and everybody will be like, what, are you kidding me? With all these bigger dogs around. That little waif, you can't put the little waif border collie up against the bulls. They don't just herd ducks. You know what I mean? Come on, Bubba. I don't know how to pronounce that name, but it says number 1 on there. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Give us an idea what your name is. Can you type it phonetically or something so we'll know what to call you when we see you? That way we can give you a blue jacket next time we see you. A Bichon Havanese is a small breed, but I didn't know it was a mix. Yeah, a Bichon Frise is usually a little white dog with poofy hair on top of its head. Kind of looks like a poodle, but it's not a poodle. They're heavier than a poodle. And a Havanese is the skinny little wiry dog. And I don't know if the Havanese, if they're one of those like hairless breeds, are they? I'm not sure. But I thought the Havanese was one of those little skinny hairless dogs. Like the Chinese crested. I'm sure I'm wrong. I usually am. Oh, and I couldn't, I was just telling the story earlier. When I left the house this morning, I'm like, what the heck? My sprinkler's on. And then all of a sudden I realized that, you fell asleep in front of your computer at about 6 o'clock. I fed the dog, I fed the cat. I sat back down, and next thing I knew, it was midnight. I got up, went to bed. Well, I left the sprinkler on overnight. God dang it. Yeah, I fell asleep, Anna. So there was no. Maybe we'll do it tonight. I saw yours, though. Where are we going, Toby? Where are we even going? Come on. And why did we turn there? Crazy more. I'm trying to look at the messages. Hey, Potahan. We speak English only. Do I got the translator on? Yeah, the translator is giving us something crazy. We normally stick with English here because it makes it easier. And us dumb Americans, we only speak one language, and barely that. I can talk to the animals though. My second language is squirrel. My dog is a small white dog, but yeah, she's skinny, but not hairless. She's got quite a lot of hair, kind of medium. I did post a photo of Gibbs on your community page. Hope that was okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's what that community page is all about. That community page is all about people in the community can come and leave messages or use it as a wall to post messages or post photos. I've got the, what do they call it? I got, what is it called? It's set to strict, so you know what I mean? It won't let you post cuss words or hopefully bad pictures. But yeah, everybody's welcome. I'll go look. Bear scales. I speak English and Swedish. I want to be alone. That's the big joke here from decades ago. That's how we speak Swedish. I want to be alone. Because I live in Sweden. Also, I post photos of Lily there. Never under pressure. Go. Who's Garbo? Oh, Greta Garbo. Yes, yes. You got that. Yep, yep. It's a nice morning out. Warm, but nice. We walk by here every morning. That alarm whistles at us. That's funny. It always catches me by surprise because I guess I don't realize where I'm at. Just by looking at it, it appears that you live in Florida or Virginia. I'll give you one more guess, Mr. Boston. I'll give you one more guess, Mr. Boston. Who? Let's see if we see a stamp on the sidewalk. Maybe we'll see a sidewalk stamping. And I'll give Mr. Johnson, or Mr. Boston a better guess. Farther north, yes, yes. I think the whistling is to remind you that you're on camera. Oh, I thought it was because we were so good looking. Hey, hey, good looking. Hey, Tobis. You guys remember that commercial? Only old people are going to remember that commercial. Remember the Mr. Microphone where they'd ride down the street? The part of the commercial was a carload of teenagers in a convertible. I think it was yellow or white. And they're riding down the street and they're talking on the Mr. Microphone, talking about, hey, good looking. We'll be back to pick you up later. Isn't that what he said? I believe that's what he said. Hey, wait for Daddy. Wait for Daddy. Wait for Daddy. Mr. Boston, we're in the great state of Michigan. Winter Wonderland. The Winter Wonderland, Michigan, the Great Lakes state. The Great Lakes state. We're 100 miles north of Detroit. Come on. Come on, Tobis. Come on. 100 miles north of the big city. I see no palm trees. You know, Florida would be kind of cool, except for it gets so dang hot. My greatest vacation ever to date was a week on down in the Keys. Stayed on a I think it was called Conch Key, in a apartment rental, one of those Airbnb deals. It was a full apartment with full kitchen, full everything, all the utensils, all the cooking stuff, and went for a week. It was so good. It was during the fishing season, and there's all these little fish markets and stores, you know what I mean? And the fish markets have their own fleet of boats that go out, or boat that goes out and catches whatever. And you go in there and you buy the fish right off the boat. You get the fish right off the boat, so fresh. That's what I did every day. Ate out dinner every other day, but cooked in that apartment every other day. They had the Publix market. They had porterhouse steaks that thick. Oh my goodness. So like every other night it was mounds of surf and turf. big steaks and all kinds of fresh seafood. It was great. It was a eating vacation. And we went snorkeling all the time. Snorkeling and kayaking, and the Florida Keys are great. Spent time down on Marathon. But Key West just too busy. The first time I was down there, I thought it was just gonna be some little town. No, it's a metropolis. It's like Flint, Michigan. Key West is as big as Flint, Michigan. It's not as grimy, but it's as big and sprawled out. Businesses everywhere. Come on. I thought I was going to grass huts on the beach. Nope. I'd never even seen a video of Key West when I went down there. Isn't that funny? Mr. Boston, I'm guessing you're in Boston. Florida property prices are crazy. Florida and California. You were right. The architecture, matured deciduous trees, and lack of tropical foliage strongly point to a suburban northeast location over Florida. Come on. Come on. I was just reading the track. Come on. I wasn't. I hope that people didn't think I was filming them. That's funny. 47 million in the building. Foam says her sister was in Naples, and it's gorgeous. There's a. You guys know Miss Daisy May? What's her channel? I think it's called Miss Daisy May. She comes in every once in a while, says hi, but she's got a channel from down in Florida, and she points her camera out the window. And she has a talk show in the morning, and they do games in the afternoon and evenings, like crosswords and Scrabble and stuff. Really, really fun channel. A lot of fun people there. A lot of fun people. And it's older people. I think there's some young people in every once in a while. But I know my age group fits right in, so. But she's down there in Florida, and it looks so beautiful out her window every day, or off her terrace, whatever it is. She lives on one of those canals. It looks like a condo area. And there's fishing boats, big boats, and palm trees to see. It's pretty cool. How's your walk been so far? Says Bear Scales. Very good. We're already all the yapping. We've already made it to the south end of town. Look, we run on a sidewalk. We'll have to wait to the weekend to go further south. But there's more sidewalk that goes further south. I think there's another 4 or 5 blocks, but come on, Tobis. Come on. But I got to head angle towards home now because I got to get to work. I thought my assignment would be done on Monday. Here it is Wednesday morning. Still working on it. I do research work and type these long reports that usually don't get read. I don't think they do. But they love my reports, so. Flava Dave's in the building. What's going on, Flava Dave? I saw you at was it Anastasia's yesterday? During her music? Gulf Shores, Alabama is beautiful too. We're in a churchyard. We're cutting through the church. Come on, no, come on. In this town, every little neighborhood had its own little business district. And this is the business district of this area, of this little area, these neighborhoods here. You can see the storefronts. Some of them are still stores, like that right there's still a store. But yeah, like in my neighborhood, there's a corner in my neighborhood that's got stores on all four corners like that. And that was the neighborhood. Every neighborhood had their own grocery stores, butcher shop, barber shop, all that stuff. That's this city's made up of different. It was different ethnic neighborhoods. Now it's all mixed. Come, But when it was settled, back in the mid 1800s, late 1800s, people came and settled by in different areas of town by ethnicity, and they actually had this. This is the site of ethnic church wars. Yeah, believe it. Believe it. They called them riots. They had riots here. Way back in the day. The different ethnic groups. Same religion though. Same religion, just different ethnic groups. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Same religion, different ethnic groups. Fighting, rioting. Z sent me. Hold on a second. Saya Tonga Tonga. Welcome, welcome. That's a unique name. It's a unique name. This is my buddy Toby Dog, and I'm Titlepro. Toby Dog's a almost 4-year-old border collie. And this is what we do every day, Saya Tonga. This is what we do every day. We go for a walk in the morning for an hour, hour and a half. It usually stretches out to that hour and a half because I walk too far. And we view the sights of the city. Like today we're just walking in the neighborhoods. We headed straight south from the house. Well, we crossed over a couple streets. We always take a different street south. Well, not always. And then we're heading straight north. Sometimes we go east and then come back west. Come on. Sometimes we go west to the river. Sometimes we walk the rail trails. We got all these wonderful trails through the city and through the countryside around here that used to be railroad beds. They used to be old railroad tracks. And the state and the cities got together and used monies from the state oil and gas fund to purchase the lands, purchase the right-of-ways, and clear the tracks and pave them. Most of them are paved. You go up north and some aren't. They'll be crushed gravel. But the goal is to pave them all, connect them all. So you can go from the southernmost part of the state line to the Mackinac Bridge and beyond, huh? Do you know what dragon puppeteering is? Never heard of it. Is that like the Chinese dragons when they got the 50-foot long puppet? Not puppet, but yeah. Wouldn't you consider it a puppet? And there's a whole bunch of people holding it inside it, and they're running around dancing and stuff, following the head of the dragon. Is that what that is? That's my guess. Ah, yes, the lunch break is never long enough. Wolverines or Spartans? I think we're more on the Spartan side because it's an ag college. But when it doesn't matter. It's whoever's winning for us, I guess. We don't really have a preference. One day we might have a state shirt on. The next day we might have a Michigan shirt on. It used to be just Michigan. But as I matured, Michigan State's got the animal hospitals, and U of M's got the people hospitals. I might be way back in the chat, Tobe. Toby! Hey, ZG, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome, welcome. We're on our turn back towards the house. 1 p.m. there says bear scales. It is 7, a little after 7 a.m. here. We're East Coast USA time. Come on, Tobe. After my DD, Toby's the best dog in the world. At Saya Tonga Tonga, at Titlepro. Well, I beg to differ. I would say after Toby, any other dog is the best dog in the world. It's funny. All the neighborhoods had bars too, multiple bars. My neighborhood, there's 5 bars within 2 blocks area. Within a 3-block area, there's 5 old bars. There's only 2 of them are working now. The other ones are closed. But yeah, within walking distance of my house, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 bars. That's another thing this town is known for, is their alcohol consumption. We've got a street that's famous in the Midwest called Midland Street, and it's got bars door to door on both sides of the street for 3 or 4 blocks. And they close off the street, and they have like line dancing parties and things like that. Street parties. It's one big long drunken affair, and it's like every night of the week. Come, Oh, beautiful Chevy. Look at that. Early 80s, yeah. Step side. That's very cool. And it's 4-wheel drive. Beyond cool. That's what this old man needs for his retirement. That's what I need to go into retirement driving, something like that. But how would Toby to get in there? I guess it won't be one of those. I'm looking to buy something different to drive, and I'm torn between a Yukon or a Tahoe and a minivan. Ha! I know they're 2 totally different things, but they both have the cargo space I need to haul him around for the dog shows. What's your opinion, fam? Minivan or Tahoe? I'm not going to go with another. I've been driving Fords for decades. I'm not going to buy another Ford. Not after they ripped me off on the 2 transmissions ago on my Explorer. I bought a new transmission off the shelf for my Explorer. Come on, Toby. Come. And I started having troubles with it. And they wouldn't look at it. The dealerships wouldn't look at it because there was no dash light on. But you could feel it when you were driving something was wrong. But the dash light wouldn't come on, the wrench light. So they refused to look at it. And then, of course, 4 or 5 months after I was out of warranty, that's when it completely died and the wrench light came on. And then they would look at it. Then they told me $6,000. And I told them, hey, you guys can go somewhere. I'll never spend another dollar at Ford. I love their interiors of the vehicles, but the service, terrible. Oh, look at this. We ran into this guy. He's got an ornery dog. He's going the same way we're going too. So we'll give him a minute. Dragon puppeteering is just like a puppet, but you only need one person and it's on your hands. So basically, it's just a puppet made out of paper, cardboard, clay, and stuff like that. Oh, with the shadow, Shadow on the wall, is that what you're talking about? That kind of puppeteering? Let's Go Blue, says Foams. Yeah, the pub crawls. They got the pub crawls. They do wine ones too. Wine and cheese. Let's see. Oh, it's called a Sea Body. Is that early 80s? Is that early 80s? Find something pre-2014. Yeah, that's what the mechanic told me. He said if you're going to buy a Yukon or what's the other one? Or the Tahoe, 2013 is the last year you want to go because of that, where it shuts the valves down automatically or something while you're driving. And I'm thinking 2013, that's only 3 years newer than my Explorer. That and the reason I need to replace my Explorer is because the dang air conditioning, it needs that the climate control computer, and the mechanic told me they're not available. So now that's a winter drive car, you know what I mean? Fall, winter, early spring when you don't need the air conditioning on. It gets hot here. I've been driving it, of course, because I'm real lazy when it comes to going and hunting a new vehicle. First you gotta go to the credit union. That's what I'm gonna do right this time. Usually I go find the car and then go to the credit union. This time I'm gonna go to the credit union first. Get my money squared away. The great thing about credit unions is that they'll lend you the whole price of the car. You don't even have to put the down. I always pay the tax, the title, and the license plate stuff. But then it's just between them and the insurance company if it gets wrecked. Tahoe, says Foams. Minivan, says Bear Scale. Ford, found on roadside dead. Yeah, exactly. I love the interiors. And I've been driving Fords I bought 2 brand new Fords, in fact, over the years. My mom drove Fords. Dad drove Fords. Well, he drove Chevys too. I remember at one point Dad had it was 77. He had the powder baby blue Monte Carlo with the Landau top. And then he parked next to it in the driveway was a canary yellow Mustang with the black Landau top, just like the one they drove on it was Charlie's Angels. Didn't one of them have a canary yellow Mustang? Yeah. My grandparents, his parents, they drove Toyotas. Go figure. I don't know what they drove back in the day, but when I was a kid, I only ever remember Toyotas. Toyota Corollas. Your dog looks like my dog. My dog's half Corgi. Half Corgi, half Sheltie. Yeah, the Shelties look just like Border Collies, except for they got pointier. Come here. They got pointier noses like the regular Collie. Bear Scale, say I gotta go now. Bye, Titlepro and Toby. Take it easy, Bear Scales. Nice you come back to visit with us. Are we way behind in the chat? Let me see that. Lisa Lawton Weber. She looks like a little miniature Border Collie. Yep. Yeah, they get the same cult markings. What do I call her? My dog show mentor lady. She shows Shelties, and that's what she's got. I've seen all kinds of Shelties. I would go to the dog shows with her, and of course I'd be showing Toby, and then I'd but I'd watch him show the Shelties too. Hi, Dave. Little butterfly. Good morning, Tobes. Says Noob Nation. Julian Banks, remember me? Hey, Julian, what's going on? V3T. What's the V3T? What's the V3T, Julian? After your name. Local finance is the best. Yeah. I financed through Ford the 2 brand new ones I bought. Ford Motor Company. They were very reasonable. They were very reasonable. I'm trying to think of when I bought those new ones. I didn't have trades, so I must have paid, because I went through Ford Motor Company. I had to have down payments. What is it, 20% usually? Come on. But the credit union, when I was 18 years old, like the month I turned 18, I went down to the credit union, and it was back when you had to, way back when a member of your family, you could only join the credit union if you worked. Credit unions were tied to jobs or corporations or whatever, and you could only be a member if you worked for the people, or you were a member of the family that worked for them. But I joined a credit union my mom belonged to, and I walked in, and I deposited like a couple $100 in a savings account, and I walked straight over to the loan department and made out an application and got a loan for a car right then and there. No, didn't cost me nothing, no money down. I walked out of there with a check for the car. Crazy. But credit unions are like that. Remember the Ford Bronco too? Yes. I worked with a guy that rolled a couple of those. They were pretty tippy. He rolled brand new ones with the glass that curved up, that went up the side in the back. My mom worked for Ford. I've always bought or leased a Ford, but they're sucking lately. Ooh, they got me with the repair parts. They got me with the repair parts and not honoring the warranties. Of course, we remember Adeline Barnes. You got a blue jacket on. I used to show Bichons. Oh, really? Lisa Weber? My neighbor across the street, she bred Bichons for years and years. I never realized they were making so much money. They made thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of dollars every year selling. They had like 1 male and 2 or 3 females. And they were selling pups every year for years and years and years. Had I known, I would have got some some dogs earlier, or what do you call it, breeding dogs. I guess I'm invisible, says Julian Ranks. I thought it said Banks. Oh, it's a tag. I used to show yeah, we got that. Why did YouTube filter Bichon? Oh, maybe they think it's a different word for biatch. That's the word I can't get used to in the dog show world, is everybody's talking about dogs and the B word. And the dog is the male dog. And the B word is the female dogs. And they throw that word around like it's nothing. Well, I guess it is nothing. You know what I mean? Depending on the context. But when I'm when I'm with dog show people, I never use that word. I always say girl dogs. Toby made it to the end of the... Did you guys see YouTube's new policy that starts in February? If you're not monetized now, and you plan to work at it, you better get on it. Because come February 2027, you got to have 8,000 hours to get to fully monetized instead of the 4,000 you got to have now. And everybody that's monetized gets grandfathered in, but I read that you got to maintain the 8,000 hours. Like right now, you got to have at least 4,000 hours when you're monetized. You got to maintain the 4,000 once you reach it, or they will let you know. 8,000 or 20 million in 90 days. Who's going to get 20 million views on a short in 90 days? Who on earth? I don't know anybody that's got a short that's got a million views on it. None of the people I know. Let alone 90 million. 90 million in 90, or what is it, 30 million? 20 million in 90 days. That's crazy. Yeah, the 8, come on, Toby. The 8,000 is doable. I can see what I can see what YouTube's trying to do. They're trying to weed out all the marginal stuff that's taking up space, right? We were at, when we got monetized, and we were at 1,000 hours a month for the year prior. You know, when you put it on to 365. Let me re-speak that. From October of last year on, we were 1,000 hours a month until March, April of this year, and then we went down because we weren't on as much. But now we're back up to over 800, so it's doable. And we just do our live stream, hour and a half every day, 2 hours, and we're maintaining it. So we're maintaining over 800, so it's doable. You just got to be consistent. Banning the AI slop channels would be a good start. You know, I don't know if you looked at our long overnight videos. Sometimes we do long overnight videos, the 12-hour deal with music playing, or what do you call it? The ASMR, waterfalls, rain, and we use the AI for that, or I'll videotape stuff and cut it up myself for it. But usually it's the AI. If you look at our long overnights, you'll see Toby, border collies running with lions and zebras and fighting Godzilla, things like that. That's all AI. Come on. Come. Hey, come. Okay, come on. Mm. 8,000 hours, that's a lot of hours. But it's doable. But I think it's mainly doable if you're doing live streams. I don't know how you're going to hit 20 million views with shorts and regular videos. If you make a 10-minute video, people are only going to watch the first 3 minutes. If you make a 3-minute video, people are only going to watch the first minute and a half. You know what I mean? I know YouTube's built on the videos, but I don't see videos that get very many views. Do you? Unless it's a big time YouTuber. I'm lucky to on our videos we're lucky to hit 50 views. So we've if you look at our videos, we haven't had a new video since I think it was January or February. I don't even remember. It's been probably 3 or 4 months since we put out a new video. Nobody watches them. Well, 50 people do, but not like these live streams. So we're concentrating our effort on live streams to get our hours. Shorts is full of fake content channels. Yeah, almost everything's AI, like you said. Or like somebody said, the AI slop. But yeah, I confess we do use the AI. But it's the live streams that bring in the watch time. Come on. You just gotta if you're not used to it or you're not comfortable to being on and talking, you gotta get comfortable. For us, it was we were just a silent channel forever. I wasn't even talking or nothing. It was said our channel was described as, come on, that dog's got no manners. Our channel was described as in my channel description it said, no talking, just walking. It was just walking Toby around, showing Toby. And now I run my mouth. Come on, Toby. Now I run my mouth. How's everybody's day? How's everybody's day? It's morning here. Our morning's going pretty good. Look, that's where the sun's gonna come up. Well, the sun's up. It's back there. Hey, Sandra Murphy. Hey, Jari, what's going on? Sun's gonna come up right back there sooner or later. What time is it? 7:35. Tobe, I think if we just head north towards the house and not go anymore. Hey, come on. There must be something under the porch. My grandma's old house. Oh, a mile up that way. Okay, we've seen all the rabbits. Now it's time for the squirrels to be out. A mile and a quarter that way. Grandma's old house was built in the 1880s. She was a renter. There was 2 apartments, upstairs and a downstairs. But anyhow, it had a wraparound porch, right? And the wraparound porch, if you looked inside, it went down, and it was the same. It had a floor, and it was the same level as the basement. It had a floor and a drain in it, and a door, and you could go in there, full-size doors into the house. You could go down under the porch and stand up under the porch full height. And there was doors in there to go into the basement. That's where they took deliveries, I guess. There was a big coal chute and all that stuff. Coal room. Some of the big old houses, they have like walk-in basements. I showed some of those houses about a month ago. We took a walk down in the fancy houses area, the big mansions. What do you see? What do you see, Tobe? Hey fam, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Dogs, not hogs. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, fam. If you get a chance, take a second. Double tap on Toby's tail. Double tap, double tap, double tap. Double tap, or, you know, a lot of times I have to go back to the page of the description page of the whatever live stream I'm watching when I'm on my cell phone to give it the thumbs up. Love your yard. Come on, Tobe. Come on, Tobe. Look at all the flowers. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? Look at all the flowers. All wildflower yard. That's really nice. Michelle Bosworth, what's going on, Michelle? Good morning to you. And Bama Boy, Rebel Bama Boy, what's going on? Come on, Toby. What's going on, Bama Boy? We're on the backside. We're on the backside, heading back. What time is it? 7:38. We're right on time. Almost back to the house. We got our miles in. I'm guessing it was about 3. We went to the 1.6 or 1.7 mile point before we turned back. So a little over 3. A little over 3 miles in an hour. That's, considering my age, that's got to be pretty good, huh? Toby probably would have covered twice that distance if he wasn't having to drag me along, right? Remember to be respectful in the stream, fam. Supposed to be 103 the next 3 days. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hey Keisha, stay blessed. What's going on? Good morning to you. Look at the melons growing on the. He had pumpkins growing on the. Pumpkins were growing on the fence too. Now they're. I love those melons. I love those melons. They're the farmers market. They might even be ready now. I stopped over there 2 weekends ago. Got corn, and they said it'd be a couple more weeks for melons. Come on. I like those green smooth skin melons. They're green they're smooth on the outside, and the flesh inside's green. What are they called? That's not the cantaloupe, and it's not. Oh, it's the honey rock. They call them the honey rock or honeydew. Is that the honeydew? That's the one I like. The green inside one. Yeah. Honeydew, honeydew. Yeah, they grow here in the valley. I live in the Saginaw Valley, and here in the valley, the soil is super fertile, and they grow just magnificent fruits and vegetables here. The cantaloupes, you know, the cantaloupes you see in the grocery stores. These cantaloupes here, they're like usually twice the size, and the webbing on the outside, super defined. They grow some beautiful melons here. Come on, pub. Toby laying down on the job, buddy. Yeah, he's all warm. He's spent. He is spent right now, I would say. It's a warm morning. He's been trotting. I've been walking pretty fast this whole time. We've been moving right along. That means the knees are feeling good. Feeling good so far. That right foot over here, that shoe. Oh my God! As soon as I'm gonna have to go shopping for new walking shoes. These are my new walking shoes. I'm gonna throw these away. I gotta find another pair. I'm gonna throw these away. These are part of the problem, even though they're new. Come on. Turn. Hollow melons are the best, but expensive now. I'm getting one soon. Uh-oh. Got a huge cantaloupe chilling and waiting to cut. Yeah, I like to put the melons in the fridge for at least 4 or 5 days. Let them get super chilled to the bone. Let them get sugared up. They sit in the fridge. They sit in the fridge. Nice and icy cold, and then bam. Then it's on. I like the red meat watermelons too. The red meat, the yellow meat, all them watermelons. And I don't like the cantaloupes. For some reason, the smell of the orange cantaloupe flesh, I'll eat it on occasion, but there's something about that smell and the taste of the orange ones, the cantaloupes. Yeah, I can't take it. That what a married has her husband do, a honeydew list. Yeah, the honeydew. What state are you in right now? State of confusion, my man. We are in the state of confusion, Jeff. State of disillusionment, state of confusion. The state of Michigan, the Great Lakes state, winter wonderland. All that. We were 100 miles north of Detroit. My son says it smells rotten. He hates it. Yeah, it's got that. I don't know. Yeah, more for you, Keisha. Yeah, we could split a cantaloupe, Keisha. You'd get the whole thing though. If we split a cantaloupe, you get the whole thing. I might take one bite just to refresh my memory of how bad it tastes. Come on, Tobes. Come on, Tobes. Look at Toby. Toby's looking for his friend across the street. Come on. Come on. Let's see, did they bring in the... Huh. They never picked up my recycling bin yesterday. Come here. Come with me. Hey. Hey. He quit on me. Come. I gotta put this away. Derby, Kansas. We're gonna park you right there. Hell with it. Come on. I'm too tired to wrestle with it. Yeah, I left my sprinkler on all night. Holy cow. I bet you the lawn is just super soaked. I hope I didn't kill my tree from too much water. You can do that, can't you? Look at it, still wet. The water's still coming off my lawn into the gutter. Come on, Toby. Come on, Toby. Here's my pumpkin patch, but it didn't grow any pumpkins. It didn't grow any pumpkins. I think next time I see my neighbors, I'm gonna mention to them, hey, if you see my sprinkler on, like it's on all night, do me a favor, give me a call. I know they had to see it. They had to be wondering. Titlepro left his sprinkler on all night. Oh my goodness, he's gonna have a water bill. Well, y'all behave and be cool. Derby, Kansas, that is. Where's Derby? Is that north, south, east, or west? I've been to Kansas. Oh, where was I? No, what's it called? Where was I in Kansas? What's the name of the town that Radar O'Reilly from MASH was from? Isn't that in Kansas? What was the town that Radar O'Reilly from the show MASH was from? That was the town I went and spent some time in Kansas. What was it called? I was all over. I was working an oil and gas project and a remote project from home. Only they needed some documents that they couldn't get, and the company I was working for was out of Texas, and now of course I was the closest one to the project, so they asked me if I would go. If I would go for a few days to go hit these different counties. Ottumwa. Oh, that's Iowa. I'm thinking of Iowa, not Kansas. I think I've driven through Kansas. I'm thinking of Iowa. I was in Ottumwa, Iowa. They told me I'd be there for 3 days, go hit a couple different counties, pick up some documents. But I packed for 2 weeks, thank goodness. Because sure enough, when it was time, when I was done, it was time to leave. They said, hey, you think you could do us a favor and stick around a few more days? And do this and do that? Maybe you could clear this up and clear that up. And of course I said, yeah. And then they sent other people. They hired other people that they could send over there. But I ended up being there over 3 weeks when they first told me it was just going to be a couple of days. South of Wichita, gotcha. Did you pick your pumpkin leaves? No, Anastasia, I just left them. I'm hoping for some miraculous reason they'll give me a pumpkin. But I think if it hasn't started growing already, I'm not going to have one this year. The neighbor that gave me the plants, they were out of the same plants that she used. She's got several growing that are already soccer ball size. So mine would have to grow miraculous. It would have to be. They're so far behind. I don't know why it didn't grow anything but leaves and flowers. I've got acorn squashes growing though. Those like popped up overnight. One minute they were just I could see, hey, there's a female squash flower right there, and 1 or 2 days later it's the size of a baseball. They grow really fast. So our acorn squashes are coming on, but it seems like there's only one per vine. I don't know, is that normal or do they grow multiple per vine? Jeff Messer says, I like your dog. Fall cucumbers. Your cucumbers are doing good? I don't even have a cucumber on the vine. I think I've got 2 vines left of cucumbers. The rest of them, I don't know what got to them. I didn't see worm borer marks on the vines or anything. I think it's some kind of must be a parasite. Something took out my cucumbers this year. I don't think I got a dozen of them, and none of them like the Japanese ones. I don't think they were. I think I just got horked on the plants. I think I got substandard plants or something when I bought my seedlings, because all the seedling stuff I bought, other than the zucchinis, they're not really doing all that well. The watermelon plants have died back already. My little baby, what do they call them? Sugar babies. I've had a terrible garden year. I don't have a cucumber, only watermelon, and I don't know whether it will do well here. You just got to water it every day. You got that out there, especially. You got to water it every day. 100-degree heat and loving it. I found a gigantic zucchini in my garden, says Keisha. Yeah, my cucumbers are doing horrible. The lady across the street, all her garden is like front of a magazine this year. Her everything's doubled in size this year than normal. She's doing great. I'm getting lots of good tomatoes and eggplants, but the rest of it, no. The rest of it, no. The tomatillos are coming in, but they're coming in. It's not like you can pick the whole plant in one day. They're very slow. And the second tomatillo plant, not even nowhere near ripe, or it it's not. You know, it's got paper husks on it, but they're not filling in. I don't know what the deal is with that. Maybe I need to start over with my soil. Start with a new soil next year. I don't know. I don't know. Piss poor garden this year. My cucumbers were awful too. Got 4 lemon cucumbers and 2 regulars. What did I get? I got 4 burpless and 4 Japanese. And the Japanese cucumbers, they only grew 6 inches, 8 inches long, where normally they're a foot long or longer. And the burpless, I got maybe half a dozen off of those 4 plants, and they're all dead except for one plant. And that one plant, it's got flowers on it, but it's all male flowers. There's nothing. The ones that were labeled as Japanese, there's 4 of those growing, but there's no cucumbers on them, and one of them's dying like the other cucumbers died. The other vines, they just, like, the bottom leaves start to wilt, and it's not lack of water, because this, I water every day. It looks like when the plant, when you don't water a cucumber plant, it needs water and it gets overheated, and it just kind of wilts, and you water it, and overnight it grows back. I mean, it stands back up. Well, these are wilting and not standing back up at all. I don't know what it is. Toby, why you keep going? Oh, he's moving to a cooler spot on the lawn. He's heating up the ground and moving. That's what he's doing. I think I put too much nitrogen with the blood meal. When I mix my soil every year, I add I use grow bags, and I add composted manure, bone meal, and worm castings, and then an organic, like time release fertilizer that's all organic, like a chicken poo type thing. And I mix that all in the soil, and I let the bag sit a couple weeks before I put plants in there. You know what I mean? So it starts breaking down. But with composted manure, it's already broke down, ready for the plants. Anyhow, yeah, this year, horrible garden. Even the green bean starts that I bought, they were labeled as pole beans, and they ended up being bush beans. And it's a good thing I planted bush beans from seed also. What I normally do is I go through and I buy seedlings, and I buy the good ones too. I don't buy the 4 for $1 things. I buy the good individual plants, and because it's, the better investment you make, the more you're going to get out of it. Except for this year, yeah, everything was like mislabeled. Good thing I planted pole beans too. And those vines are like crazy. They're just now starting to get the little flowers on them. Oh, that'd be cool to grow the loofahs. I saw seeds for those in the magazine. You'll have to come back. You'll have to come and let us know how it turned out, Keisha. We know Keisha. Grow bags pre-fertilized before planting. Yeah, it's really hot because I grow alongside the house, and the sun reflects off the house, and it gets super, super hot. It's super heated along there. I don't know if it's just too much heat this year or what. We had a funny spring with late frost and all, and then we had weeks of 50-degree weather and cold and rainy after we were having 70 and 80-degree days. So I believe the weather got me. But like I said, my neighbor across the street, her garden's crazy good this year, and they're getting tons. They don't ever have to deal with the root borer either. Where all my zucchini plants every year get attacked by the root borer. I just got a second hatching I just got a second hatching of the larva that climbed the plant and dug in because this weekend I had to go I had to poke into plants and kill larvae again. But I did it 4th of July weekend also. So now we know they come 2 times. I did not know that. I have all tomatoes in 15 gallons. Oh, and peppers in 7s. I grow everything in 7s. Hey, Ruth. Lily. Ruth is Lily. Yeah, I don't know. I don't throw any pesticides or anything on it. So between the root borer and the mold, the dust mold on the zucchini leaves, my zucchini plants, they have a battle every year. And I grow those vertically in those bags in tomato cages, so I grow them straight up. With they grow up in the tomato cages, and then and then I use poles, the garden poles when they get taller than the tomato cage to keep them going up. Usually I grow some really nice zucchinis and squash, but the bummer with growing them straight up is that they don't root every foot down along the ground like they normally would. So when the root borer blows them out, it usually kills the plant because it's not rooted every foot along a vine. Last year I used tin foil on the vines. I wrapped the vines in tin foil as they grew, just kept adding pieces, but it didn't stop them. It didn't stop the root borers. This year, I read up that you can slice the vine open since it's hollow inside. You can slice the vine open and stick probes up in there and kill them, or you can get whatever solution it is at the garden shop and inject it into the hollows of the vines, and it kills the larva also. But I sliced the vines open, just made a little slice, and used a long skinny screwdriver and slid it into the cut, and I went downward and upward and made circles like Roto-Rooter, baby. And when I pulled them out, they were full of gunk. They were full of the yellowish gunk from the larva. I wiped out the larva in there. Only thing I use for pest control is BT, Bacillus thuringiensis. Yes. Ruth says I'm going to go get some sleep for school tomorrow. Hey, thanks for coming by, Ruth. Tell your sister we said hi. And thanks for letting you use her account. You behave. Behave, get to bed. I managed to propagate a zucchini plant that broke off. Put it in water and it rooted. Yeah. Yeah, last year when the boar came and they blew out my zucchini plants, I laid the zucchini plants down. I pulled the cages off them, and I laid them over into 2 more bags. I laid the vine across a couple more bags that were empty, and I buried them, and they survived, but they didn't produce more fruit. So they grew roots, but I didn't get them in time. So slitting them and sticking the metal probe down in there worked for me this year so far. You just got to be watching for the little shaving marks. You know what I mean? How they leave that little shaving. It's I guess it's bile and root shaving of the roots where they bore in, and it sticks right there so you can see where they went in at. Oh, it's your friend's account. Gotcha. I love my zucchinis and yellow squash. this year. I'm not going to say disaster because I got some, but I definitely spent more on water and everything than I did value getting value out of the garden so far. We'll see how many acorns we get. Acorns and I do have some baby, what do they call them, sugar babies, and some of the green melons growing also. We'll see how they grow. How long does it take a watermelon to mature once it grows? Once it pops up on the vine and gets to full size, how long does it take till it's mature on the vine? Mine are I got some that are hanging in the air, so they're not getting the little yellow spot on the bottom. What do they call it? The birthmark. Because they're hanging in the air on trellises. You know, our water, they charge us for sewer too. So if you get charged for the water, they charge you for the sewer for it to, and it's more for the sewer than it is for the water. Our sewer rates are higher than our water rates. So if you want to use water on your yard or garden without paying the sewer, you got to have a second meter put in at your own expense. Like that. Look, the ground's still wet. The sidewalk's even still wet. I left my sprinkler on overnight. I fell asleep. That's going to be one expensive night of water. You did sugar babies in the last 7 years. Suspended. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Planted watermelon super late. Just started fruiting. Those pumpkins on the corner, they're not going to have anything growing on them, I don't think. I looked all through them, and I don't believe I saw anything growing or any female flowers. It's all male. Last year I grew watermelon out here. I got a couple of them out from out here. What I should be doing is growing watermelon between the sidewalk and the curb. And I can plant the head of the melon here, the plant, and let it grow down along just keep stretching the vines out straight. Keisha says I'm in North Carolina. 7-gallon pots. Yeah, that's what I use. I use 7-gallon grow bags. I've used the same grow bags for the last several years. Maybe I need to swap them out. There could be mold and stuff on there that's also killing my plants. I didn't think about that. I've had the same grow bags for 3-4 years. That could be a problem. We'll make that a point for next year. We'll get all new grow bags. They're pretty cheap. And I've got a nephew that lives in the next county south. And he, my kids, I got a kid that lives there too. 2 kids. Well, anyway, that county, they've got mountains of, not mulch, what's it called? Where they compost. They've got washer bags, says Not Jethro. I think I'm going to toss them. I think I'm just going to toss them and start new. Maybe I'll go to bigger bags. You know what would be neat is a double height bag. So when my zucchini's in that 7-gallon bag that's this tall, and the vine borer comes, I can pull the bag up another half, and just throw more dirt in it and let it re-root. You know what I mean? Let it grow more roots. What's that smell? Oh, I got a pocket full of poo. Yuck, that's the smell. Toby, it's from you, buddy. Yeah, next year we'll get new bags. Maybe we'll get them this year for next year. I empty them out every year. I empty them out and I remix all the soil and add nutrients every year. Those are nice leaves, man. I wonder how soft they are. But the dogs have been peeing on them. The dogs have been peeing on them, and I don't think I'm going to eat them. Oh, Toby. Biscuit time. Oh, hold on, Tobes. He didn't even look to cross the street. How's it going, neighbor?
My cucumbers are about dead. Sit down.
Did they wilt like they didn't get any water and then not come back? That's exactly what mine does. I've got three vines left, and but no cucumbers on them.
I think I just picked maybe upwards of 10. But there ain't going to be none after that.
None after that.
No. And something, I smelled a skunk out here this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it must have came out here and said I wanted my zucchinis. It's just like, just dead. Just
What?
yes.
Oh, come on, Tobe. Let's go look at the garden. Man.
Yeah. What the hell, but.
I cut open my zucchini vines where the root borers got in there. I cut in them and yeah, something.
Isn't that weird? Something must have sat right on it.
You think something sat on it, or is it the root borer?
I don't know. I'm gonna tear it out because.
Hold Toby and let me go look. There, it's locked. Let me go look and I'll see if I stay, Toby.
Yeah, the grills are behind the. That's fine.
Right there.
No, you're not going in there. Yeah, bust it open because I'm gonna pull it out.
Yeah, look at that. Oh yeah, it's all blown out.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's all blown out. Look at that. You're gonna pull it?
I've seen it right there. Yeah.
Yeah, look. It's all blown out. That's the root borer.
Oh.
There must have been a dozen. Look, there's a fat one right there. There's a fat. Oh no, that's not a fat one. Look at that, fam. All blown out. That's what the root borer does. Yeah, go through and look. You can throw if you see something like that on the rest of them, you can throw a pile of dirt or manure or something over the top of the vine, and it'll grow new roots. It might be too late, but there's still another month left.
Yeah.
You might still get something.
Oh, there's my tip for the day.
Oh man.
Yeah, but I didn't. You know dang well. I used to get 100 of them, and.
You've never had root borer before, have you?
No, and lucky if I've had maybe 20 zucchini this year. That's it.
That's what we're discussing right now on my live stream. Is some people we're going through the same things.
Yeah. So what you gonna do?
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not getting anything, so. That's what I thought about. Well, might as well get rid of him. Because that one right here in the front, too, I was going to get rid of that one.
Is it doing the same thing?
Well, yeah, that one's been dying earlier.
Well, you can look. I can't see the stem where it goes in the ground from here, but
I think it's way
it could
back
be.
there.
If it's not bad, they'll blow. If it's only one or two, they'll blow it out when they come out. But and the plant will still live, but it'll be real weak because it's not getting the water.
That's what I thought.
Is it all mushy blown out there? Looks like it all yellowish.
Yeah, this stuff. Yep.
Yeah, but it's still alive.
Yeah, but it's not producing nothing.
Maybe you could throw some dirt on it.
what? The hell is it?
Just pull it.
Yep.
Toby, what are you doing?
Who knows?
He's over there licking the grass. Look at this garden, fam. It's huge. What was that kid doing?
Look at the kid.
There was a kid back there. Oh, you got tomatoes too.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Come in, bud.
I picked a bunch yesterday. You need a couple?
No, thank you.
Okay.
Nope, still got.
I'll give some to next door.
Mm-hmm.
She has some great big zucchinis. I give her some plants, and they were huge. It's like she hadn't noticed they were there. What do you see, Tobe?
This one I get every day, and I didn't see that one. I never let him get that big. Like, whatever.
Toby found something to lick on.
Ugh, just saw them chicken food.
It's probably what it is. No, he's eating something. The grass. Maybe there's a flower there he's eating.
That could be. Enough of those.
You never know.
Mm-hmm.
Dogs do their own things. Which ones are the morning glories? These right here?
This one. Yeah,
Oh, the purple ones. Okay.
there's purple and then there's
The
dark
vines
purple.
and there's.
yeah,
Oh, I
this
see
one
them.
right here, see
You're getting comments on your flowers. Nice garden. Pretty morning glories. Yeah, I didn't know what they were. Yeah, she's got all kinds of. Look at the sunflowers, and this.
back there.
Look at the one way back there. Shoot, that's got to be 12 feet tall. Look at that. Where's the squirrels destroying them?
They did.
Have they hit them already?
I had 6 or 8 of them back.
Oh, here's another tall yellow one. Usually the squirrels get to them, but here, this year she's got a forest. So you just overwhelm them. Maybe they won't be able to get to them all.
I probably cut almost 10 of them off a day.
That's huge.
And I throw them under the tree for the chickens.
Gotcha.
Chickens love 'em.
Oh, the chickens are eating them.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
they're back there. I've been throwing all the greenery I pick up back there behind the garage. They're loving it.
Very neat.
Bugs
Do they have smells?
No.
No, they got a little smell.
A little bit.
I don't know how to describe it.
Bees. There's lots of bees on there.
Pollinators.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very cool garden. Look at that. It's like a forest in there. Okay, Tobe. We done went over. We're past 8 o'clock. We're 15 minutes over. I had already said goodbye, and we were signing off, and then I goes, what's that smell? It's the poop in my pocket, because I pick up the poop all the time.
You already had your treat.
And so we walked back here, and that's a cool garden. Look at these fig bush too. Look at the figs growing. Yeah, take it easy. Look at the figs growing. Okay, we'll see you next time. Yeah, the purple looked cool, didn't it? My beautiful plants and flowers up north are not getting care because I'm not there to care for the gardens. Mom left me. There's beautiful perennials now. Now weeds. Oh, that's too bad. Where's up north? Oh, yeah, I think you told me. Did you say Rose City? I think you said Rose City. Yeah, you definitely got to get up north if you got to up north to get to. We don't have that problem. We don't have a up north. We just got to up the porch steps. We just got to up the porch steps. Hey, Toby, you broke 50 with the thumbs ups today, buddy. You broke 50. She needs a YouTube. Yes, she does. She could have a garden channel where you just leave a camera out pointed at the garden all day. She could zoom in on flower heads here and there every day. Yeah, she's got a nice spot there for her garden. Have a great day, friends. Time to call the doctor. Uh-oh, take care, Foams. Hope everything works out great. Works out better. Y'all behave. It's time for Titlepro to go. Time for me to head in, get busy. I gotta feed this dog, feed that cat, little Toby or Tommy Kitty. get myself fed, and get to work. I know they're wondering about me. I know they're wondering, when's this guy ever going to finish this report? You know, you just never know. You just never know with this stuff that I work on. You might have 100 documents and get through it in a week or two, and you might have 100 documents and it takes you a month to get through it. You just never know. One property might be 100 documents for the last year, or the last 100 years, and the property next door, it might be 1,000 documents. You just never know. Yep, later, folks. Everybody behave and be cool, and we'll catch you next time. We got things to do, places to go. Nobody to see, though. Nobody to see, do we, Tobe? You ready for some breakfast? Are you ready for some breakfast, little buddy? Little buddy, behave, be cool. Peace out from my side. Game over. There it is. Jethro says, bye, Tobes. He's ready to eat. Look at that look. I'm boring him. You ready, Toby? Are you ready for some breakfast? Yeah, y'all behave, be cool. We'll catch you next time. Helen does life. What's going on? My dear leader, Helen. Good to see you. We got to go, though. We got to go. Y'all take it easy. Peace out. We'll see you next time. Come on, Toby.